What if I told you that one of the most daring crimes in history happened without a single person ever being caught? It was November 24th, 1971. A routine flight, nothing unusual, until, out of nowhere, a man by the name of D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane, disappeared into thin air, and vanished without a trace. But who was D.B. Cooper? And how did he pull off one of the most brilliant escapes in history? This isn't just a story about a hijacking, it's a riddle wrapped in an enigma, a mystery that has intrigued the world for over 5 decades. And today, we're going to dive deep into the D.B. Cooper case. We'll try to answer questions that have haunted people for years. Who was D.B. Cooper? How did he get away? And most chilling of all, did he survive? The year was 1971. And air travel was still in its infancy. Security was minimal. It was a time when passengers could get on a plane without much of a second thought. But aboard Flight 305, no one could have predicted the shocking turn of events that would unfold. This is where our story begins. A man, described as being in his mid-40s, wearing a suit and tie, boards the flight in Portland. He doesn't stand out in a crowd. His presence is barely noticed. His name on the passenger list is Dan Cooper. Once airborne, Cooper calmly hands a note to a flight attendant, hinting that he has a bomb. At first, she assumes it's just a prank. But when she sits next to him, Cooper opens his briefcase, revealing what appears to be a bomb. He then demands $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck waiting for him in Seattle. Faced with an armed hijacker and the threat of an explosive device, the crew and authorities are left with little choice but to comply. The plane is diverted to Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, where his demands are met. Cooper now has everything he asked for: cash, parachutes, and a plane to escape in. The plane takes off again, heading south towards Mexico City, with Cooper still on board. The crew is given instructions to fly at a low altitude and slow speed. Then, something strange happens. Something that would forever change the way we think about hijackings. At 8:13 p.m., somewhere over the dense forests of Washington state, Cooper opens the rear stairway door. He steps into the night air, vanishing into the dark sky, parachuting to the ground below. By the time the crew realized what had happened, Cooper was gone. The plane landed safely, but there was no sign of him, no trace, not even a footprint. For months, the FBI investigated. They combed through thousands of suspects and possible theories, but every lead led to a dead end. No one knew who D.B. Cooper was, or what had happened to him. And in 1976, the case was officially closed. But the mystery wasn't over. In 1980, a breakthrough, or so it seemed. A young boy playing by the Columbia River discovered a package containing $5,800 in cash. It was a part of the ransom money. But still, there was no sign of Cooper, no body, no parachute, no clues as to where he had gone. Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some believe Cooper was a seasoned skydiver. Others think he was an experienced criminal with a military background. Could he have known the ins and outs of the Boeing 727? Was it planned meticulously, or was it all an impromptu decision? The evidence simply doesn't add up. There are many suspects: Richard McCoy, a man with a similar hijacking technique; Kenneth Christiansen, a former flight attendant with possible ties to the case. Even the FBI's own agents have been considered, but none of them have been confirmed. The truth remains elusive. It's been over 50 years, but the legend of D.B. Cooper lives on. It's one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of all time. Was he an expert criminal mastermind, or just a man with a daring idea and a lot of luck? The case has never been fully closed. In fact, the FBI has quietly kept it open, hoping one day they'll get that one lead, that one breakthrough, that answers the question once and for all. D.B. Cooper could be anywhere. Did he survive that night, or did he perish in the wilderness? One thing is for certain, the mystery is far from over. Who was D.B. Cooper? We may never know. But the question remains, do you have any answers?